Data free flow of trust is a concept that former Japanese Prime Minister Abe proposed in the G20 in order to put data governance on the global agenda in an effort to drive discussions around the rules, norms and values around data, as at the moment there are few rules or forums focused on this issue in a pragmatic way. Discussions of DFFT cover data privacy and data protection, along with security and intellectual property protection, among other issues. Ultimately, across these issues, the general goal is to work towards similar and compatible approaches as a way to set sort of global norms. And while DFFT started at the G20, it has shifted to the G7, given China and Russia's membership of the G20, and the fact that they just take fundamentally different approaches to data governance. And so the challenge is now for the G7 to bring DFFT to life. Most recently in Japan, G7 countries agreed to establish a permanent secretariat, which will hopefully help it focus discussions and bring it to life through pragmatic agreements and forms of cooperation. But a lot more still needs to be done to truly make DFFT a successful initiative for global data governance. DFFT's success is strategically important in global data governance, as it would provide a critical foundation for these countries to engage in a broader debate with a broader range of countries, as they already have demonstrated alignment. And so it would provide a platform for them to hopefully have a more effective impact in terms of shaping global data governance. However, if DFFT fails to come to life in a meaningful and pragmatic way, China and others will fill the vacuum created by the lack of these global digital norms and rules and agreements, with policies that are both protectionist and regressive from a human rights perspective. It would be a strategic mistake if G7 countries let this initiative slip by due to bilateral differences and conflicts, which in the grand scheme of things pale in comparison with the contrast they hold with China and other digital authoritarian countries. Hopefully G7 countries recognise this and find ways to work together to bring DFFT to life in meaningful and pragmatic ways to help shape global data governance.